Samach Tes. And we're actually in the middle, but I don't want to start again from the beginning because it's a very long sefer over here. So we'll just start the piece that we were discussing yesterday. The second paragraph starts from Mikom Mokum. See that?
Yeah.
He doesn't. He doesn't have it that way.
Book like this.
You have another one over here.
Yeah. It'd be easier to follow in this one because we know where we're holding.
We are talking over here about Peiris al Shema. And the idea of Peiris al Shema, as I explained already a few times, is similar to the idea of what we call a Heichel Kedusha. So we're talking over here about people that davened in the shul, and there was no minyan. And then later, after they finished davening, there came a minyan. So from an minyan, you could make like a Heichel Kedusha, but also before, the way they do in the olden days, there's two ways. One way was that they also said the first bracha of Birchas Krishma, and then they went to Shemon Esrei, and they said the Heichel Kedusha. And another way is that they said both brachas of Birchas Krishma. But that's not negaya right now. Now the question is, if someone came in to the shul, and the shul had a minyan, but he came in after the minyan, and he wants to be, could he be Peiris al Shema, or could it be someone from the minyan that davened be the one to be Peiris al Shema? The difference is, if he's Peiris al Shema, so he's saying Kedusha the first time. If someone else is doing it, so the someone else already heard Kedusha, and now doing the second time. So we're looking over here, where it starts over here, Umikom Mokum. You see, it's the second paragraph. He says, Umikom Mokum, Im Oise Shaloi Shama, Hu Boki Lifres V'Laver L'fnei HaTeva. If he himself he knows how to do it, he knows. There were people that came to shul in those days that didn't know how to daven. So, as I explained before, Shema Yisrael, they knew. Everybody knew Shema Yisrael. But the rest of them, they didn't know or how to do this concept of it. So he's saying that if this person, because before he said that it could be even one of the people that davened in the shul already, and he's doing it for the benefit of the guy that came in now late. Now he's saying the reverse. Umikom Mokum, Im Oise Shaloi Shama Hu Boki Lifres V'Laver L'fnei HaTeva. He knows how to do it and be the chazan. Mutav Sheyifres V'Yaver Hu. It's better that he should be the one to do it. Mishayifres V'Yaver Acher Shekvar Shama V'Yotza Yidei Chavosai. And he brings over here, K'moshe Kosev V'Simmer Reisha in Gimel V'Inyin Kiddush. So the question, what does it mean? What does it mean?
What happens in Kiddush?
What's the story with Kiddush? So yesterday we had a little talk about it yesterday, but today it was late. Today I want to show the Siman in Shulchan Aruch. So it's in Siman. Actually, let me just finish this paragraph just so we don't get stuck again. Then he says, "V'achshav nogu she le'olam harvelim persum shma v'afilu shomu." This means there came, a kaddish zog. Someone had to say kaddish or novel. So if he missed the davening, he came late. So he still wanted to say go to the kaddish. So he's saying that the actual nogu shel olam harvelim persum shma v'afilu shomu. It's like a why? Because it's like because it states that it states in Yeridei, it states in Hilchos Avelos that the important thing is davening for the Yomid. We know that an oval says Kaddish, but the truth is that Kaddish, the truth is that Kaddish was a nestaken for children. A child can't daven for the Yomid, so that for him they made the Kaddish. But it's more Ika to daven for the Yomid, so in the world, there's a whole shayla how to do it. You know, there's a kedin kedima, if you're Terech Shiva, if you're Terech Shoshim, or, if you're from this shul, or you're not from this shul, or Ben Ir, or an Eirach. But in Lubavitch, the meaning is every oval tries to be, even though in the Igros Moshe Feinstein is not so much in favor of it. The reason why he's someone not in favor of it, because many times you end up davening without a minyan really. You
6 from one and another guy.
You start with 6 to begin with, and and the 6 alone is one walks away or what. It's sometimes it's problems, and one minyan is like overlapping another minyan. But he says over here, "V'achshav nogu shel olam ha'avelim persum shma v'afilu shomu v'yesh acha sheloi shoma v'yadeya gifres ba'atzmain v'ein minig zeh nochen." What's minig zeh nochen? Because L'Poel he's davening 2 times. If there is, according to what he said before, the better is that someone that wasn't Yosef should be the one to do it. Right. Just because you're unable to do it, so he says, "Ein minig zeh nochen." Okay. Now let's look over here in Alter Rebbe Shulchan Aruch, what we spoke about yesterday. He's Reisha and Gimel, and they say on that we'll talk about Siv Vav. Siv Vav steht da sei. Yochel Adam Kadesh Lachedem, Alpha Pishain Oichu Imam. The aim of them is from Kiddush to let Mokum Suda. We have a rule Kiddush has been Mokum Suda, so that it's not a problem with kids Mokum Suda. Kivan Shehashayim Hayotzim Yidei Chavosam Hu Mokum Suda. The main thing is the one that has to be Yotze with the Kiddush. The one that has to be Yotze with the Kiddush is Mokum Suda, so there's no problem. Then he says, "Umikol Mokum Kiva Shehu Eina Yotze Yidei Chavosam B'Kiddush Zeh," being that he is not Yotze with this Kiddush, and V'chein. Chayin means and even more. Im kvar kiddush yatzmoi b'mokum sudasai. If he already made kiddush before and Yosef and I was doing, kivin shuain tzarol kiddush zeh, being that he doesn't really need this kiddush, engel v'kaddush la'chayrim v'chatchula. He shouldn't make kiddush. It says I'll soon explain that. Ela im kain hein ein yodim. But if they know how to make Kiddush for themselves, then he shouldn't do it. So I gave yesterday an example that Moshe, when a husband on the night of Shavuos went on a talucha to Borough Park, and when you got a talucha to Borough Park, so in Borough Park you make Kiddush. The wife is a young married couple. So she's not going to eat without her husband. So she sits and waits over here. He made Kiddush already 10 o'clock in Shavuos. And now he's going to come home here 11 o'clock. So she's sitting and waiting for him. And he's going to make Kiddush. So the show, could he make Kiddush for her? If she went to Besrifka and graduated seminary, she knows how to make Kiddush alone. So, Alter Rebbe lekt zu avot l'chatchila. See, read this line. If he doesn't need the Kiddush, the Kiddush making for his wife, is Engel Kaddish La'chayrim L'chatchila, Elam Kain Hein Einam Tzrichim Hein Einam Yodim L'Kaddish B'Asfim. So here in the bottom he says that why did he say L'chatchila? He said because there's others that are mata. And they bring in the Alter Rebbe Shulchan Aruch, they bring over here Kuntasachan, that it seems like the Alter Rebbe is Mekel in it. But over here, we're learning over here by Shema, it seems like he doesn't know. He says
You shouldn't do
that you shouldn't do it.
If you
Over
already
here,
said
over here he gives an example. He says, we have, if he says who that he should do it and not someone else. Why? Like we say by Kiddush. What do we say about Kiddush? That if you will use a Kiddush, you shouldn't make Kiddush for someone else that could make. So over here, the Rebbe takes on by Kiddush. I mean, it seems like
here over by the Kiddush, you could do it yourself, and here the person coming into shul, if you know it, do it yourself.
Okay, so I said yesterday, I explained that's our about the Kiddush from at night, because there's a whole long bracha, there's a big mitzvahs over there. But the Moshe, if you were Shabbos morning in shul and you ate by the Kiddush, you made Kiddush, you can come home and make Kiddush for your wife, because the whole Kiddush is only very priagofen. So then it's no problem.
You said if the wife says Good Shabbos, so then it's ready. Then both.
No. That's a no. Okay, you're mixing up two separate things.
Shabbos.
That has to do with the I said that there's some people ask a question. It said a kivega, a popular thing. Some people ask a question: how could a husband make kiddush at night for his wife if he already made kiddush in davening and she didn't hear kiddush yet? So she's mechuyev midraisa and he's mechuyev only midrabanan. How could a darabanan be mitzvah daraisa? So they say. So one of the truths is that when the woman benches lift, Lubavitch answers it that way. She says Hadik Nesha Shabbos Kodesh, and by adding the word Shabbos Kodesh, she was Mekadosh Shabbos. Mary says she's also only a darabanan. So Mary says he's a darabanan because he davened. And she's a darabanan because she said Shabbos Kodesh. No, so darabanan being mitzvah darabanan.
They said also about when they get to Havdalah, you see a lot of Shia guys if they come to drive on Shabbos, Motzei Shabbos, the taxis in Yerushalayim over there. So they for them it's still Shabbos. I mean, even though they didn't keep Shabbos, but the Shabbos is still there. So I think there was one of the Baskim over there, Paskim, that when he says Shavua Tov, or when he says that is already making Havdalah with that, and therefore he does not.
Yeah, or else we told people just to say Baruch HaMavdu Mekadosh Yachol. That's all. Okay, now let's go further. Now he says, let's get another paragraph over here. V'yesh mekaymis. This is a popular thing, but not in Lubavitch. V'yesh mekaymis shenoyegin shashliach tzibam leborchu b'chol yom achar kadosh achar. Yeah, in the Welt, it's a very popular thing. What's the reason? Kedei lehaitzi mi shemisachah lovi lebeis haknesses. There was a person who came in late. Sometimes people we announce it. Sometimes 5 to 6 is maitiv, and someone walks in. It's a half a second after we started already, and right away he missed the bochum. So they v'lo shoma daim bochum v'afim ira. Now, what happens if no one came in late? Do you still say the Bochel or not? He says, Ein medagdikim bekach, levad b'shavosas v'yom tovim, k'moshe yizbor b'simen kuf lamed gimel. In other words, by Shabbos, when you say Bochel, the whole thing was made over there for the late comers, and if there's no late, you don't have to say it. But the aim levatom minhagam bebeis haknesses b'mnei hamachoikes. In other words, it's kind of very, if you'll say not to do it, it's very nagantzah machoikes. Where people. So the Alter Rebbe, we had already a few times. Shulchan Aruch is very careful to avoid machoikes. I said also the Rebbe many times when they asked him questions in the shul, but having with a talis or without a talis, with the nusach Eshkenaz, the main thing you shouldn't be machoikes. The Rebbe always used to answer. Avo b'beis hamedrash she'ein lochush machoikes. That was short of his Hashem Rochlish Machagas. What kind of shul is it that there's no Machagas there? So vice versa, the people, most let's say, what do you call it?
Like 770.
No, a Chabad Osmini, where people don't know between the right and the left, you know. So they don't have to complain even about it. So it says, Abba b'beis hamelech she'ein Rochlish Machagas yesh rineg shelo yem mashas bochu elam kain ba'echad acha bochu. Okay.
So there's a Messiah segment.
Okay, let's start a little bit over here. Avo kol mi shehoye b'shas hamidas bochu v'shoma v'onor im hatzibo af shelo birach yotzer oyer im hatzibo b'nei sheherach b'seder hatamra b'sukkah d'zimra. You know, he was davening very slow. He started with the minyan, but he can't keep up with the minyan. V'yitzarech leima yotzer oyer b'yochid אף על פי שאין רשוי, אף על שאין רשוי שהיה לו גדליק פסוקה דזמרה כדי לספול עם הציבור. He said he better skip something from the psukah d'zimra in order to daven with the minyan. Ein l'shatz leima bochu b'shviloi. For such a person, you shouldn't say bochu. Im hu adayim ha'yigia l'yotzer or, hoya v'hu kvar shoma v'ona Acha Bachu Imatziba. In other words, he didn't say it as he answered it already. Upayli answered it. Remember, so a special Bachu for him you don't do. V'hu adin, now here's an interesting thing. V'hu adin, he says, Im Shoma Bachu Echad Meha Oygam Likras B'Sefer Torah was someone that had an aliyah. Got up to say, it says it starts with Baruch Hashem and you answer Baruch Hashem B'yayim HaKnisa. The Yom HaKnisa means Monday and Thursday. That's when they lay in the Torah. Yochel Achrav Yana Achrav V'ona Achrav Dayai V'ein Hashatz Chayze B'Shvilai.
That means even if he didn't hear the minions thing, but he only
He
heard someone
didn't hear
else's
the minions Bachu, but he heard Bachu by Krishna Torah, so that alone is enough.
Looks like the Alter Rebbe is making a little bit better.
Okay, let's stop over here.